It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and we'll see Will Dissly. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Chargers and the Buccaneers, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's Week 15. It just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention. But for those who aren't, this is where...
The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go from SoFi. Here's Darius Davis to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chargers led out by Justin Herbert in his 5th season out, Greg, as the Charger QB, a guy we saw win the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2020.
And he's coming off a game where he's pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest. He had a couple nice throws here and there, and I think that's what gives this team hope that he is the quarterback for the future, Mike, because when he's on, it looks like big boy football. The problem is they just don't see it enough. He didn't get into any sort of established rhythm, never found the end zone, and of course he had the one interception. I think today, get him off to a good start, get an idea of what the defense is looking to do to counter you, and find some easy layups to get this quarterback going. I think last week they weren't able to do it, and if they don't find early success today, I have a feeling the result might not be all that different.
3rd down, 3 to go. He'll try and run for the first down with Edwards.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Buccaneers led out by their quarterback, Baker Mayfield. He was in Cleveland and Carolina, and then with the Rams. But now year 2, and it feels like he's found a home. Greg here with the Buccaneers.
There wasn't really anything fancy about the performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, I thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. If he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
2nd down throw from Mayfield. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Now he'll run it. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Right back to Irving. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Throwing on second down, Mayfield was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Here's Mayfield. That is into the hands of McMillan. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. Baker going to give it to Irving. Not much happening there. Tackled at the 17. Here's second and 9. They send Evans in motion. On second down, Baker. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. Trying to keep the drive alive, going to have to convert on third and 9. Open man, right side. He's got it. And the Bucs are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it first and goal. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That his first touchdown this year. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Buccaneers will take a 7-0 lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chargers offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still plenty to play for as the temperatures dip and we hit the final month, the money month of the season. That's to his tight end, the former Seahawk, Will Dissly. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
On the ground, it's Kamani Vidal. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Levante David doing his work on defense. They face second down and 7. Pistol here for Herbert. This throw taken in by Hurst. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's to the tight end, Hurst. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. That'll be taken in by Edwards. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Herbert now on 1st down. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it.
Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a 2nd consecutive time.
Really nice job here by the defense, taking advantage of this condensed field. Anytime you're down here in the red zone, the field is wider than it is deep. It's actually very challenging for an offense to stay in their normal rhythm, and coverage has been tight. Pass rush is getting home. Back-to-back sacks. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
So, a little extra time to think about what to do on 4th down as we are through quarter number 1. The Bucs have the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. So now, 4th down, and Cameron Dicker is on for the Chargers. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Buccaneers offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. That is taken in by the veteran Mike Evans. That catch number 80 in this campaign. And it gives his team a 1st down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. A give, and this is Irving. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down. We'll send a tight end in motion right. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still 1st down.
On the handoff, it's Irving. And he'll get the penalty yardage and then some back, and is very close to a 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll motion a tight end right. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Delay of game. Offense. Still second down.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. To throw is Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punch it away. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Herbert. Taking off. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, but he's got it. He's picked up a 1st down. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. A give zone read. It's Edwards. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Tyke Smith. They're on the stop. Now a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. 17 yards, the gain there. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Herbert. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Here's Herbert. He connects with Disley. To the pylon. He's in. Will Disley. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked brought down. It's incomplete, but it might not matter.
Offside.
Let's check on this penalty.
Still first down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. One of the tight ends in motion right. Throwing is Mayfield. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Derwin James. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers will get out in front 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Buccaneers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Irving. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on top.
Still 2nd down.
They'll run with Irving. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. A tight end in motion now. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more, it's a fresh set of downs. Now on 4th and short, this coach has a decision to make.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Chargers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Now, Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now Herbert on the bootleg. A throw on the run is complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Herbert to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion right. On first and 10, here's Baker. He finds his tight end, Keith. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. We'll come to the line now on second and 2. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They'll send a tight end in motion. On third down, it's Irvin. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line. On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he looks up, he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball, as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Now it's Herbert. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5. At the
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And they'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On first and 10, here's Herbert. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. The Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Second and 7. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for the Chargers. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. So we have a 10-point game here at halftime as we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where you see the final score there. Xavier Worthy, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Breece Hall, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Brock Purdy, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. The Chargers were led in the first half by their star quarterback, Justin Herbert. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half.
Ready
and to bring
get
it your
back
way,
at it
we go back
as
out
we get
to
back
Mike
underway
and Greg.
Here on EA Sports. Johnson now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. That's to the left side. Caught by McMillan. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Here's Irving. And this will be a Bucs first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 7. And the Buccaneers first down.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On second down, a run with Irving. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. They send Evans in motion. Mayfield to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. The Buccaneers getting their puncher out there as he'll punch it away for the 4th time today. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Chargers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 22-yard line.
Pistol here for Herbert. That's to the tight end Hurst. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
On play action now, Herbert. That'll be taken in by Edwards.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still 3rd down.
So now, after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Chargers get set to kick it away. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. The Buccaneers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll motion a tight end right. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Baker. That's caught left side by Otten. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. We got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Still 3rd down.
Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15. They send Evans in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call third and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert third downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Baker to throw. That is into the hands of McMillan. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
And the Buccaneers first down.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. On first down is Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
On the ground, it's Irving. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming. That's Palmer, the man in motion. The play clock down to 0. And this, not the best of sequences.
Still third down.
The task now, a really tough one. Third and very long. Here's Mayfield. And this ball incomplete on third down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On fourth down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. This will be a 48-yard attempt. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers are back within a score. It's now 17-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll run to begin this drive. It's Edwards. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot up.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
An 11-yard pickup leads to 3rd and 6.
Johnston motioning over. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes 3rd and 6. Tight end going in motion here. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. He connects with Disley. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. On the give, it's Edwards. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
He is taken down at the 22-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Shotgun now for Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We'll see if they can put this one out of reach. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
2 incomplete passes now lead to this 3rd down and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. And he cannot get free, only a yard to the 3, forcing 4th down. So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is Trey Palmer. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bucs offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Mayfield. That is caught by McMillan. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
He's going to let this one go deep. He works free, right side. And he will score. Game on. Jalen McMillan. Touchdown, Tampa. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 32-yard line.
On the handoff, Edwards. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To throw, it's Herbert. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now it's Herbert. Now a screen set up for Edwards. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll send him over to the left. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. He'll find his running back, White. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. One of the tight ends in motion right. A 2nd down throw from Mayfield. He finds his tight end, Heath. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. The home team's offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. And there is still a lot to play for. Every game is critical. Teams fighting to claim one of the 7 playoff spots that are up for grabs. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. There's Hurst downfield, he's got it! And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Hayden Hurst, touchdown, L.A. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That one knocked away and incomplete. Jalen McMillan, what he was looking for there, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. A throw right side, going to be taken in by McMillan. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. A throw left side. Going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alohi Gilman. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg their 2nd pick 6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick 6. But to get 2 pick 6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Point after now from Dicker. He knocks it through. And the Chargers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense and Baker Mayfield ready for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. A pass pulled in by Irving. 2nd down and 8. To throw is Mayfield. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They'll go. Mayfield. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick 6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
Kicker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chargers tack on one more to their lead.
Buccaneers 17.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. And this throw batted away and incomplete. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Irving. Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down. Mayfield to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Sending a receiver right. On 1st down is Mayfield. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. On 2nd down, Baker. This one is caught by Shepard. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. This is a little bit of a tough spot for a play caller, Mike. 4th down, is it close enough that I can run the ball? Is it far enough that I have to risk a pass? That took some courage to call a run play, and fortunate for them, they're able to celebrate after.
That's to the left side, caught by McMillan. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Buccaneers 1st down.
Throwing is Baker. For the sideline, he's got Evans. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that, wow.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Chargers are winners here as we say so long from SoFi.